welcome to my channel. My name is Yazz'n and you're watching Yazz'n It Up. And lately on YouTube I have been seeing people doing things that I will not purchase anymore. I have seen Jessica Braun do it. She's one of my favorite YouTubers, and Andrea, and I don't even know how to say her last name, but I will put her name on the screen right now. I know it starts with an M, I just don't know how to pronounce it, but they're two of my favorite YouTubers, Jessica and Andrea, and they've both done this video. And I've seen other YouTubers do this, but they're just going through things that they just don't purchase anymore, whether it's beauty related or for their house or just things that they purchase themselves, and they're saving money and they're realizing, hey, I don't even use this, so why am I still purchasing these? So I've decided to also do that video today. So I have a list of items that I'm not gonna buy anymore. I've realized I've stopped using them, or I don't gravitate towards these products, and I'm saving my money. And I'm finally realizing, like, just because I'm a YouTuber and I just love makeup, I don't need to just purchase, you know, X, Y, and Z just to build up my makeup collection and just so I have one just in case, you know what I mean? So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and list off items that I don't plan on purchasing anymore and the reasons why. So maybe you guys will get some recommendations out of this and realize, hey, I also haven't used one of those in a while. Why did I just buy one, you know, 2 weeks ago? So hopefully this video helps you out, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Candy is not one of the things that I put on my list that I shouldn't purchase anymore, but I really should add it to my list because I love me a Kit Kat moment. Alright, so all of these items are pretty much beauty related. I didn't really put any items, like any home items, because I don't really own a home, you know, I just live in my parents' house, so I'm not really purchasing things for the house, you know what I mean? Like, I know people are putting in like specific laundry detergents or like shoes or like just homey things. Mine's is more beauty related. So the first one that I picked is nail polish. So number one, nail polish. Your girl's a baker, so I never have my nails painted. You guys will never see my nails painted. I did it a lot when I was younger. I used to love painting my nails, and I do paint my toenails, but when you're a baker, like especially at my job, I can't have long nails, like acrylic nails, but also you really shouldn't have them painted at all, because, you know, I mean, we wear gloves, but if your nail polish chips and it gets into the food, like that's just a whole thing that you just don't want to go through. So I don't paint my nails anymore. I just use my mom's nail polish, and honestly she paints my toenails for me. I don't even paint my own toenails. I usually ask her and we just use some of her stuff. So I used to purchase nail polish a lot, you know, when I wasn't a baker, and I used to do my fingernails, but I gave most of my nail polishes to my mom and I threw away like all my old ones. So I don't purchase any nail polish anymore because my mom is the only one doing my toenails, and like I said, I'm a baker, so I never do my fingernails. So why would I continue to purchase nail polish? I don't have a reason to. So that is one thing that I don't plan on purchasing anymore. And here's the thing, let me give a disclaimer, because this is just now. These are just things I don't plan on purchasing at the moment. I mean, I'm saying anymore, but later on in life, you know, when I do move out and I do get my own house, obviously I'm probably gonna buy a few nail polishes, so when I am at home and I could do my toes, especially during the spring and summer when I'm wearing flip-flops and sandals, I want my toenails to be painted. I'm not gonna come to my mom's house just so she can paint my toenails. I mean, low-key I probably would do that, but you know, when I'm adulting later on and I have my own place, I'm gonna need to paint my own toenails, and I'll probably buy a couple shades, but I won't go, you know, above and beyond and just buy every single shade that there is. So at the moment, I will not be purchasing any more nail polish. Number two, lip scrubs. I used to have a few lip scrubs, you know, I purchased a few in my time, and honestly, I use them up completely. You've probably seen them in empties videos, but my lips aren't that crusty. Like in the winter, in the spring, in the summer, like I don't feel like I need to exfoliate my lips that much. So I don't really need to purchase any lip scrubs. Like I moisturize my lips, you know, like literally more than once a day for sure. But I do it every morning and I do it every night before I go to sleep. So like I said, even in the winter, my lips aren't that crusty that like skin is like flaking off. Like it sounds so gross, but like some people get that crusty that like they need to exfoliate their lips, and I'm not in that, you know, I'm not a part of that team. I'm constantly moisturizing. So just personally, if you have crusty lips, like, you know, girl, my lips are dry, I need me a lip scrub, you do you, go ahead and buy you a lip scrub. But like, I don't personally need one, so I don't see myself purchasing any lip scrubs in the future. Next items 3 and 4, I'm gonna kind of combine them together because they're both from Bath and Body Works, but I don't plan on purchasing any more of the tiny 1-wick Bath and Body Works candles. If you guys have been watching my project pan, you've probably seen that I've been trying to go through them. I will leave my latest project pan video in the eye above, but I did put in recently a Bath and Body Works one of the mini candles because I was collecting them when I was, you know, younger and I was in high school. Like, I just wanted to spend my money because I was making money, you know, I was working a couple jobs, so I wanted to purchase things, and I would always go to Bath and Body Works and want to collect everything, like all the scents, all the flavors, and the candles and the body sprays and the lotions. And I have a huge Bath and Body Works collection, which I appreciate because I love Bath and Body Works. But the little tiny candles, I just wanted so many of them, and they don't have a huge scent throw. They're just so teeny tiny. It's just a 1 wick, and I have a larger room, and it doesn't even fill my room. Like, it's not that big, but it's too big for the little candle, you know what I mean? So I don't plan on purchasing the Bath and Body Works candles anymore, just the mini ones. I love the 3-wick ones. The larger ones, those fill up my room very, very well. And at number 4, to go along with that, Bath and Body Works, their tiny size, like their travel size body sprays. So when I go on vacation, I usually just pack full-size perfumes and the body sprays anyway. I never end up packing the mini ones because the mini ones, for some reason, I would always have scents that weren't my favorite. Like, I would get them as gifts, but they weren't in my favorite scents. So I would have so many of the travel size body sprays, and I didn't really like the scent, so I didn't want to take it traveling, so I ended up using regular full-size body sprays. So anyway, long story short, I do not plan on purchasing any more of the travel body sprays because I don't travel with them. So I only have maybe like 2 or 3 left in my collection, and I'm just trying to go through them, and then after that I'm done with them, and I'm just gonna continue to purchase just the full-size ones. Okay, number 5, I do not plan on purchasing any more like face cream products. So I do have a few, maybe like a handful of cream highlighters in my collection, but I actually don't usually use cream highlighters on my face. So I have one from City Color that I absolutely love that is also in my project pan. Like I said, I'll leave my project pan video in the eye, but I will also have the playlist above. And it's from City Color. I got it from Five Below. It is a lovely cream highlighter, but I just use it on my shoulders. I rarely ever use it for my face. So I don't plan on purchasing any more cream highlighters, and I never really got into cream blush or cream bronzer. So I maybe have like 3 or 4 cream highlighters in my collection that I will use up because I do love highlighting my shoulders and like my chest, but I know that they have specific products for that. Like, I heard e.l.f. has a fantastic body oil and it has shimmer in it. So instead of just using like a liquid highlighter, I can get like a larger container of e.l.f.'s, you know, their luminous spray or cream or whatever, to highlight my shoulders, my chest, and my neck. After I finish using the few that I have in my collection, I do not plan on repurchasing any more cream highlighters. Next item I do not plan on repurchasing is peel off mask. So I do have a couple in my collection and I don't really like them. I do not like the feeling of peel off mask. It's like a jelly consistency. It's not like a matte, like a mud mask that dries down on your face and you like wash it away. It's like a gel and it's sticky and you smother it all over your face and then you wait for it to dry, and I don't like the feeling of when it's drying, first of all, but then when you have to peel it off, it feels so nasty. And some people like that. Some people find that so satisfying and like aesthetically pleasing, like just the sound of it and the act of peeling it off. That is not me. I don't like the feeling. I have like 1 or 2 in my collection that I've gotten over the years, but I don't really use them. I'll probably try panning them in the future, but at the moment I'm definitely not purchasing any peel off masks. It's not for me. I don't like the way it feels, and I just don't use them. I prefer either a sheet mask or I just use a mud mask and I just wipe it off. Last 2 items, I have exceptions. So number 7, I have that I don't plan on purchasing any more face powders. Now the exception is I have always and will always purchase my Rimmel Stay Matte. It is the best powder ever. I have one sitting on my desk right now and it is just about dead. So it is the best powder. It's either $2.99 or $3.99, something like that. I find mine's at Walmart. You can literally get it anywhere. It is the best powder ever. I use it to set my under eyes, or if I'm getting oily throughout the day, I just pat it all over my face. It is amazing, but I do not see myself purchasing any more pressed powders other than that one, like ever. Like, I always use loose powders to set most of my face. Like, I'll set maybe my under eyes with the Rimmel one, and I'll just set the rest of my face with the loose powder. I just prefer translucent translucent loose powders from any brand. Like I don't have one in particular that's my favorite, but Rimmel Stay Matte, the loose one and the pressed one, is amazing, especially at the drugstore. And lately I have been trying the Wet n Wild's Photo Focus one, and that one is really good so far. So I do not plan on purchasing any pressed powders. I've tried several ones from different brands before, and I'm just not impressed. Like I don't see myself purchasing anymore. And last but not least, I think I'm on number 8, is single eyeshadows. I do not plan on purchasing any more single eyeshadows anytime soon, except for my ColourPop Super Shock shadows. So basically I feel like single eyeshadows are just an inconvenience. Like I have a few in my collection from the drugstore, Maybelline, L'Oreal, Elf, you know, whatever it may be. I have them in my collection and I don't gravitate towards them. Like I'm not like, oh my god, I want to use that L'Oreal shadow today. Like I don't just go into my drawer and like look for that. And I feel like it's so inconvenient that you have to use a whole palette, you know, because you want to do a whole look. I need something in my crease, I need something in my outer V, but I want to use the single eyeshadow, you know, all over my lid or whatever. So I'm not going into my drawer and grabbing that single shadow. It's just I can do a whole look with my palettes. So the only reason that the ColourPop Super Shock shadows are any different is because A, they're amazing, and B, they can transform a look and take it to so many different levels. So I love the Super Shock shadows, especially the shimmery shades, like the glittery ones. I don't really buy the ColourPop, the matte ones, because I have matte palettes in my collection. But like if I want a popping inner corner, I have a specific single shock shadow that I use, and it just brightens my eyes and it takes it to a whole nother level. It's amazing. Or I have one that is an amazing topper. Like if I'm doing like a green like smoky look, it has reflex of like golds and green, and when I put it on top, it is just so good. Oh my god, I love the ColourPop shadows. They're amazing, and I keep them in my desk, and I'm sure maybe if I kept my other single shadows in my desk I would gravitate towards them, but for some reason I just don't. Like if they're not ColourPop, I'm just not using them. And I have one from Elf that is literally like in the exact same like little packaging as the ColourPop ones, and I just don't use it. I think it's a formula thing. They just have the best formula, and you know what, I'm okay not purchasing any more single shadows, even though I may find one every once in a while and it might be the beautiful like coppery shade that I'm looking for, or it might be like the brightest green that I've seen, like, you know, and I gravitate towards it because it looks beautiful, but I know that I'm not going to use it and I don't really need it in my collection because I'm sure I have that color in a palette somewhere. Anyway, I will not be purchasing any more of the single eyeshadows except for the ColourPop ones because I just don't use them. Alright, so that is everything that I have on my list today. I just have 8 things that I just don't plan on repurchasing anytime soon. And of course my preferences will probably change. You know, I'm growing. I'm finding, you know, what works for me and what doesn't work for me, and what I like on my face and what I don't like on my face. So, you know, my preferences change, and these are just things that I just don't plan on purchasing at the moment. Like I said, maybe in the future I may repurchase these items again, but as of right now I'm satisfied and I have other things in my collection that I use instead of these certain items. So if you guys enjoyed this video, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. It is the red button down below, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It helps me out so much. Also, I will have my social medias listed down below for you guys. I have a Instagram for my treats business. It's called Treats by Yazz'n, and my own Instagram is Yazz'n_it_up, as well as my Snapchat will also be listed down below for y'all. And I hope you guys have a great day.